where it's individualized, customized to the individual's need, whether you need an educational degree for the employment goal that you want, or you just need on-the-job training, or you just need a vocational training or short-term training, or whatever it is. It's really case by case. Depends on the disability, depends on the services needed to be employable.
Now, Cassandra, I'm curious. As we've learned in previous segments, there are various forms of disabilities. It can be like mental or physical.
They can be.
So who exactly determines that? Because it can be something where someone was previously injured on a previous job and now has some sort of a physical impediment, as you said, or could it be like maybe a serviceman or servicewoman who's returned and they might have post-traumatic stress disorder or like something like that. So who makes that assessment? And if we are to come to you for help and for placement, do we have to have a referral?
Yeah, well, our referrals mostly come from behavioral health, wellness center, and also the school, and anybody or local private psychologist refer individual to us. Yes, any type of disability, we don't do the diagnosis. We're not qualified to do the diagnosis. It's the professional, like the medical doctor, psychologist, or whoever out there that has a license to do so. So it's physical or mental or sensory or any cognitive impairment, like where they have a learning disability or they attention deficit disorder, whatever. Then they come to us and we'll counsel, we'll do the assessment. And if they do come to us and they don't have the information and they don't have a diagnosis, but they think that they might have a disability, we will refer for an assessment with the professional in the field.
That's interesting. So even somebody with, like, say, ADHD or diagnosed as being hyperactive or maybe obsessive compulsive disorder, they would still qualify?
They will qualify if the counselor determines the eligibility, but you have to have a disability and you have to have an impediment. If there's no impediment, then they may not be. So
now, when they're working with you on this assessment process, typically how long is that and what's the timeline for that?
Well, sometimes it takes up to 2-3 months, depending if we need the psychological evaluation from psychologists, depending also on their schedule. We try to push within.